Hello children, welcome to ninth English. Children, today I thought of doing grammar. In that I have took the topic types of sentences. You already learned the topic in the 8th standard that you know what is sentence and types of a sentence. But this time I will revise the topic, and why I am revising because with this sentence you will get the question. Change the interrogative sentence to passive voice. Change the interrogative sentence to active voice, or assertive sentence to positive voice, passive voice. Such question you will get. You may have seen in your exercise part such grammatical question you may get. So before directly teaching before passive voice, active voice, I thought of revising sentence and types of a sentence so that it will helpful to you to go with that topic. So children, I want you to write down definition, explanation for the sentence along with the types. Clear? So open your grammar notes and write down sentence. What is a sentence? Write down sentence, a set of words that is complete itself. Sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself. Clear? So what is a sentence? Sentence is, see, what the sentence says. See, sentence is a set of words. Set of words. It is complete itself. This is the definition you have took for a sentence. So sentence is a set of words. It is complete itself. Example here only take. This is one set of words. This is another. Like this, if I classify each word, you will get this is a one set of a word. So particular set, word of a particular set we will get, and it will complete itself. So we need not to assign it like completion of a work. When we speak, when we frame a sentence, automatically depending upon this word, next word will come, and depending upon this, another next one will come. Depending upon this, next word will come. So it was like a link to each other. Are you getting, children, what I am telling? See, it, sentence. Suppose, take from this only. Suppose if I start sentence from here, sentence. After sentence, what will next come to our mind is then after this exactly next will come a. Then set. So as we start a beginning, the next one will become one after another because the sentence it complete itself. So when we start a sentence, end of a sentence will also come in our mind. It was automatic. So here a definition of a sentence says that it is a set of words and it is complete itself. So when we started, the completion also or end of the sentence also already decided in our mind. Correct? How in the sense that, see, now I am speaking, right? I am not bahated each and every sentences of this class. Here I am standing and I am speaking before you or in front of you, where everything will come alternatively, everything will come spontaneously because it was linked with each other. The same way, sentences is a package or set of words which will come one after another. That is one thing you have to remember when you are framing a sentence. And tell me that when you are framing a sentence in the sense when we are speaking, right? Our talk, it will consider as a sentence. Correct, children? So, when we are speaking a sentence, have you observed whether which comes in which type of a sentence? Any of you observed? No, you have not observed. Why? Why? We don't need it, right? We don't need it that which kind or which type of the sentence that we are talking, right? We have to talk depending upon the situation, depending upon the condition, we deliver the sentence. So on the basis of that, we classified the types of a sentence as follows, correct? So, and you already know which are the types of a sentence, as I told that you already learnt in the previous class. So let me revise you once again, and before that remember one thing: when we are framing a sentence, in the sentence at least or minimum 3 set of words should be there, otherwise it will be considered as a incomplete sentence. So remember, there must be 3 set of a word. Clear? Then example, suppose take I ate lunch. 3 set of words. Minimum 3 set of words should be there in each sentence. Then, okay, next write down. There are 4 kinds of sentence. There are 4 kinds of sentence. They are assertive. First one, they are assertive sentence. First one is assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. Why we will use assertive sentence, children? Assertive sentence. What is the assertive sentence says? Write down the sentence which declare or assert, A-S-S-E-R-T-S. The sentence which declare or assert a statement, feeling, opinion, incident, event, history, or anything is called assertive sentence. So what do you mean by assertive? Assertive means defining, telling. Clear? So assertive sentence is used mainly to give or mainly to narrate about your opinion. Suppose if you want to tell your opinion, or if you want to tell what was happened in the past, or you want to express your feeling or your opinion, or the event which has happened either in the past, or about your speaking about the event which was going to be held in the present. In all such situations, children, you are using assertive sentence. Is it clear? To explain, to define opinion, feeling, history, or event. All such situations where we are using assertive sentence. And write down below, assertive sentence can be classified as two. Assertive sentence can be classified as two. First one is affirmative sentence. First one is in this affirmative sentence or positive sentence. Affirmative sentence or positive sentence. What is affirmative sentence? Write down. And affirmative words, phrase or sentence express validity or truth of a basic assertion. What the affirmative sentence say? See, I will read once again. An affirmative words, phrase or sentence express the validity or truth of a basic assertion. Clear? So, what the affirmative or positive sentence say? See, affirmative sentence in the sense where you are speaking truth or existence or reality about the thing. There you are using affirmative sentence or positive sentence. I will repeat once again. Where you are speaking truth, or you are exhibiting, or you are showing reality or the fact of the things, then you are using affirmative sentence, or it can be called as a positive sentence. Example, example you write down. See, example, Smith is here. Smith is here. This is the name of a person. Okay, Smith is here in the sense, as I told, affirmative sentence which speak truth or validity of a sentence. So this sentence says truth, that Smith is here, where you are telling the fact that he is here. Clear? I have seen the dog, or I wrote the exam. Here, where, though this is in a past tense, where you are telling truth of the, where you are telling about the truth, assertion you are doing. Here we are in the affirmative sentence, which is a part of a assertive sentence. So you are telling the truth that you have written. I wrote the exam. Clear? Then I have seen him yesterday. That I have seen him yesterday. Correct? Where you are confident, you are telling truth about that person that you have seen him yesterday. Are you clear, children? Are you getting what I am telling? Where you are an example or you are a evidence of a fact. Correct? In such situation, you are using affirmative sentence, which can be called as a positive sentence. Clear? Then another one is negative sentence. Another type is negative sentence. Simple, I can say here, negative sentence write down, negative sentence states that something is not true or incorrect. Negative sentence states that something is not true or incorrect. Example, Smith is here, right? I say Smith is not here. Smith is not here. So he is not here. Or I have not seen Peter. This can be also negative sentence, because see, I have not, where you are telling that I don't know whether he is there or not there, whether Peter is there in that place or not there, that I have not seen, where you are not sure about the things, where you are using the word not. With this not, we can classify this sentence as negative sentence. Children, is it clear? Which is a assertive sentence? In the assertive sentence, affirmative sentence or positive sentence and negative sentence. Is it clear, children? Okay. Then the next one is, second type of a sentence is interrogative sentence. Second one is interrogative sentence. What do you mean by interrogative sentence? The name itself suggests interrogative. Interrogative in the sense doing the interrogation. Interrogation is in the sense that doing the enquiry. Clear? So write down interrogative sentence. Heading. Then an interrogative sentence is a sentence that asks a question, full stop. In interrogative sentence is a sentence whose grammatical form shows that it is a question. Full stop. Right? I'll read once again. See, interrogative sentence is a sentence that asks a question. Full stop. Interrogative sentence is a sentence whose grammatical form show that is a question. Clear? So, you remember that interrogative sentence comes in form of a question type. Basically, we frame an interrogative sentence in form of a question. So, example, where do you live? Where do you live? Clear? Where interrogative sentence is assigned in form of a question, so we use a question mark. So, interrogative question in form of a question. So, where do you live? Then, there are two types of interrogative question. There are two types of interrogative question. They are yes or no type of a question. I hope this you learn. Yes or no question. Yes or no type of a question. So, write down. Question can be yes or no type of a question. Yes or no type of a question can be answered by saying just yes or no. Yes or no type of a question can be answered by saying just yes or no. See here, children. So, here first type in the interrogative sentence is yes or no question. When I told that interrogative sentence come in form of a question, are you getting, children? When interrogative sentence come in form of a question, so basically all the sentences will be followed as a question. Clear? So, here first one is yes or no question. So, the question is raised. When the question is raised, then your answer will come either yes or no. Clear? When interrogative question is raised, then answer is come in form of yes or no. So, there is no other option except yes or no. Is it clear, children? So, there is no other option to you other than answering a question. Either you have to choose yes or no. Such type of the question are called as a yes or no question. Take down example, are you going? Are you going? What you have to write here? Are you going? Either you have to say yes or no. So, I will pick as yes. This is the answer. Right? Yes, are you going? Yes. So this is a yes or no question. Then, next one, next example. Is this book belongs to you? Belongs to you. Either you say yes or no. Any one you will pick. So there is no other option to explain. So when I ask this question, when such type of the question is put in front of you, by giving one word answer, your answer will be completed. This will be called as a what? Yes or no question. Children, here have you observed one more thing? all the yes or no question will come in form of a helping verb or auxiliary verb. Which are the helping verb? These are helping verb. Observe here, see, S, R, is, all this all helping words. So yes or no question comes in form of a helping verbs. Clear? Is it clear? I am writing. That writing is direct verb, whereas are is used to show that as a helping verb. Is it clear? So yes or no question followed by helping verb. Then another type in interrogative question is WH question. WH question. Write down. WH question usually start with a word begin with WH, but how is also included. So children, WH means that only, don't assume that only these WH continuation word. W of this word, H of this. So together as a WH question. So WH question may be followed by W form of the question and H form of the question also. And see, that is the example. Where do you live? Where do you live? This is the WH question. Correct? And remember for your exam, now in the 9th, when you comes to 10th also, you will get the frame of WH question for the following sentence. They will be given one sentence, answer they will be given. For that answer or that given sentence, you have to frame the WH question. It means that question should be begin from WH form. One more question, children. So this is very important, WH question. Okay. So that you remember. And why we will use WH question usually? Tell me here. You have seen when yes or no question is raised, your answer will be either yes or no. So you won't come to know more about information. Clear? So more interrogation cannot be take place in a interrogative sentence. So here write down next para, write down WH questions are good way to find out more information because they cannot be answered with yes or no. Full stop. See, WH question are good way to find out more information because they cannot be answered with yes or no. Clear? Full stop. Children, with this WH question is not ended. Little bit there is to tell about WH question that I thought of doing in the next class. Okay, children, and remaining two type of a sentence that also I will continue in the next class. Till then, what you have to do, children? You have to revise whatever you learn. Clear? Because grammar, it is not that 8th standard you learn and you will learn something new in 9th. It is a continuation, children. What you have learnt in 8th, that will carry forward with the extension, with the development for the 9th year. Then again the same we will carry forward to 10th also. So children, you have to read whatever you learn in the beginning. Till the end you all keep on revising, children. Then only you can have a touch and you can score good mark in the 9th as well as the 10th. So children, you have to revise the things. When you are, I repeatedly am telling, read the textbook. When you are reading the textbook, suppose if you make out any articles any such type of the now you are learning this type of a sentence also, right? You may get the such type of a sentence in your middle of the textbooks, that you have to underline and identify which kind of a sentence you are reading. Then it is like a practical experiment that you are doing in the grammar, children. Clear? I hope you understood what I am telling, and I hope that you will follow my instruction. Okay children, I will see you in the next class. Till then, take care children.